All right, we're going to call the Facilities Committee to order at 5:01 on October 23rd. Oh, all right. So the call of the roll. So we are all here. We all remembered it was 5:00. Thank you. So did everyone get a chance to read the minutes?
Yep.
Okay, do I have a second?
Second. Or you can, sure.
Larry seconded. All right, any discussion? All right, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right, that passes unanimously. All right, so Deb is not here for the Fair and Fair Board. Oh, did we have public comment? Got to ask.
None that I know of.
Okay. And so there aren't any items placed at the request of the chair. So we don't have a Fair and Fair Board report. How about facilities and parks?
Yes, I do have a report. Good evening, everyone. Operations, we've been winding things down with summer ending and going into another fall this year and going into winter. Ready to shift for that. Lots of leaves around, been taking care of those. They fly around this building quite a bit and come in the doors. Guys have been taking care of those. Been doing some other work outside, getting ready. The rec park, the water has been blown down for the season, so that's all ready to go for winter. After racing had their demo derby, I think it was on the 12th, we blew the water down the week after that. Rec park buildings have been painted. The two old highway shop buildings, they were pressure washed, painted gray. The wooden doors and trim still need some attention, as well as a few of the steel entrance doors. We were looking at them, and I don't know, I haven't made a full assessment, but we got a question. The question is if they're worth painting. We'd probably be looking at doing some replacement of some doors to make things better there. But at least the main painting is done. That looks a lot better. We don't have peeling paint there. Caddy Woodlawn Park is getting more steel put on roofs. Last year, the guys did the log cabin and the outhouse down there. Then with staffing issues, we didn't get too much more done. This year, they've gotten done. There's a pavilion that has the stone fireplace on each end of it. They got that one almost completed. And then there's the one that's over the well pump. They'll get that one done, and then we're going to put steel on the restroom building as well down there. So they've been worked away on that. Pressure washing has been getting done on the government center building. Once that's done, the crew will come through and wash all the windows. Right now, they've been working on the upper areas with a lift and getting all that black off there. It's really looking a lot better. Once they're done with that, they're going to go over to the judicial center and pressure wash that building. Get those looking nice. The ENS HVAC system has been repaired. It's been a dragging on project. Turns out that the wrong voltage compressor was sent to Badger State. They installed it, and this has been the problem all the way along. Once they got that figured out, they got the two compressors here on, it was October 14th and 15th. Badger State was here and put the compressors in, and Train was here along with Badger State on the 16th, and they did the startup, and everything is looking good. It's been running great since. So that's a much needed relief. For the fleet, we've received 2 of the new Malibus. 2 more will be delivered tomorrow, and the last 2 will be next week. And we'll have all those switched out, so we'll have fleet vehicles that'll be in warranty again. Manufacturer warranty, there'll be 6 2025 Malibus. Financial report was sent out with the packet, and everything is looking good on budget-wise, going good. Transfer station rezone request, that'll go before the Town of Menominee Plan Commission for consideration. When I was looking at the Plan Commission, or I guess the town board doesn't meet until, November. And so, I think it's November that they'll get the information from the plan commission, then they'll be able to, give feedback to the PRD committee and where to go on that, which direction. So it's out there a little bit, but depending on when they have their meetings, but it's in process. Other than that, that's all I have for a report for you guys. Any questions?
Yeah, Scott.
Yeah.
Mr.
Go
Chair.
ahead.
As far as the pressure washing and then changing over you're talking about squad cars, the Malibus?
Not squad cars, the fleet cars.
Oh, they're just fleet cars.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, I was gonna ask, or maybe when it has squad cars, do we do the work and setting them up to be squad cars, and do we pressure wash ourselves, or you hire that done?
The pressure washing
Yeah.
is contracted out.
Oh,
We put that out on an RFP and contractor bid it out, so that is contracted.
okay.
As far as the squad cars, when the sheriff's department gets the squad cars in, they have a company that sets them up puts the equipment in.
Okay.
And then when they're ready to sell them, they get the stuff taken back out, and then they get them all prepped. I actually have 4 squads that I just put up on, or prior sheriff's department vehicles. 2 or 3 of them are squads. There's 2 Explorers, 1 F-150 and a Ford Freestar van. I put those up on Wisconsin Surplus, so they're over in front of highway right now. They're on Wisconsin Surplus auction right now.
When they transport prisoners, do they use a van or squad car, or what do they?
They use the van.
Okay.
Yep. You're welcome.
Any other questions? I had a question about the CIP for the parks. Is that for the Lake Monoman bathroom? Because it was like 128,000.
Oh, on the financial?
Yeah, on the financials.
The CIP for the parks would be, part of it would be rec park, the paving that was done at the rec park, and then part of it is the Monoman Park restroom.
So has that been done? Or is
The,
it?
the park restroom has not. It went out on RFP. We got bids back on that. And it looks like the lead time from the manufacturer of that, because it's a precast building, is spring of 25. So now I have to work with finance on that to see what our options are as far as shifting money around, if that money has to be spent by the end of 25 here or 24, or if that can go into 25. So I have to work on that.
So is, because it looks like it's already been spent, but maybe I'm.
It
or is that
hasn't,
just the highway.
the 128,000 that's on there,
Yeah.
that is the rec park,
It's just the
pave-
paving.
the paving and work that was done at the rec park.
Okay.
Yeah.
And my other question was about the rezone. So if they make a recommendation in November to PRND, does it have to come back to us, or does it just go out to bid after? Like, if
Ooh.
it does get rezoned to commercial, does it come back to this committee at all, or does it just?
I'm not sure how that works with the PRND, because, it was sent to PRND, and I'm not sure how that goes. If that has a follow through, the rezone request has a follow through county board.
Yeah, it would go through the county board.
So it has to go through them, and then, I believe it would be coming back. Well, I'm not sure that, because the facilities committee gave
Approved.
the approval to go ahead to sell it. And then it came up the rezone. So we already have, facilities committee gave the okay to do it. So then we would look at getting that listed, get it out there for bids.
Okay. So there isn't any additional timing. So it sounds like it may be January, because the town board
Possibly, yes.
probably won't meet before the next county board meeting, and we don't meet until January, so So we didn't really need that emergency July meeting, it sounds like.
Probably not, but it got ball rolling and kept things going ahead.
I suppose, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I saw they had a public hearing the beginning of October.
Yeah.
The R&D, but then I didn't watch it to see. Okay. All right. Any other?
We meet in December?
Well, that is, if we don't have any more questions, then that's an item, because our next meeting is November 27th, which is the day before Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Oh, yeah.
our December meeting is Christmas. So I'm thinking
No,
we don't want to meet
Yeah.
either of those days. So we, in the past, we've like moved it towards the beginning of
January,
December.
December.
Yeah.
Oh, just kind of split the difference.
Mhm.
Okay, okay. It only just occurred to me, that's why I
Yeah.
asked.
So that, yeah, so that was so I don't know if December, looks like there isn't anything on the calendar for December 4th. Otherwise, the 11th is executive committee.
Mhm.
I don't know. What do you think? December 4th? Split the difference?
Want to do 5 o'clock again? Are we gonna?
We're
do
gonna,
5 o'clock going
stick-
forward?
yeah, we're gonna try 5 o'clock. 'Cause-
I'm liking it.
Yeah, okay. So December 4th at 5 would be our next meeting. And at that meeting, did we want to talk hockey lease at all, or? I don't know if I can ask that question, but.
Well, I can explore that, to see where that's at.
Yeah, I don't think it's been started to look at. So I don't know, but I had notes of some of the things we were concerned about, but I didn't know if anything else came up.
Sure, I can explore that with Dan, see where that's at, Dan and Chris. See exactly if there's anything or where that's at and bring it back, for discussion or give you a report on.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
we'll see. 'Cause that'll be a challenge. Does anyone remember why it didn't get approved in 2018? Was anyone here? 2018?
I wasn't here.
That might help us is to determine how
Yeah.
to go. first.
How, what's the term of the lease? Is it every,
It's 30, 60. It's a really long time. It's like, I want to say it's 30 with an automatic renewal.
30 years?
It's a really long. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I think it goes like to 2060. It's like it's a really long time. So I think that was part of the issue. So that's something to, but, all right. So I think our energy is moving along, right? With the solar.
Yeah, the energy project is, contingent on, county board passing the budget for 2025
Okay.
next month.
Have to convince that. Okay, so no action taken and no reports, resolutions. So we are,
I got a question.
oh, yeah.
On the, $11 million
the-
energy project,
mhm.
what was the rationale? It's included in this year's budget?
Next
That
year.
is part of capital improvements for 2025.
Well, I just read in the paper today that 11 million was part of this year's budget. I'll go reread it, or you can check it out. I mean, I was, because that shoots us up to about $112 million. And it said it included the $11 million energy project.
It's be 2025.
Mhm.
And so
Yeah.
that's what we'll approve.
Now, just, no, is that $11 million, for that project? Uh, um, with the understanding that they're getting $3 million from the federal government on whatever program that is? So we can, I mean, I was just wondering if that had something to do why it was printed up, that was this. I could certainly be wrong, but I mean, if the project doesn't go till 25, which it won't go.
Right.
You know, what are the chances that $3 million could go away?
I've asked that question as well.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard it before.
We don't know. So we,
So how can you go to the board and ask them for that $11 million, thinking that you're going to get $3 million from the federal government, and then you pass it and you don't get the $3 million from the federal government?
I believe it has to come back, once it goes out for an RFP, it's gonna have to come back and get approved. And at that time, we would know if that 3 million or whatever million
Right.
would be in,
Because I mean, that's a
not
big
guaranteed,
selling-
but
that's
in
the
there.
selling point of the project.
Right,
isn't it?
right.
Yeah.
But it has to come back to us. I mean, we're just approving it so we can go put it out there
Okay.
for an RFP.
Well,
That's the way I understand it.
Yeah, it's just to get the process going.
fine, I know that, but to get it going in $3 million, they're also, you know, if it, you know, because I think it's part of the $13 million budget.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah. Mhm.
yes.
Okay,
11 million.
Mhm.
so it's
2025.
20, yeah, okay, that's what I think that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you won't know if you get the $3 million when the project starts, or? I mean, how can, you know, if you're gonna approve something for $11 million, thinking you're getting 3, how can you approve something for $11 million, not knowing if you're gonna get 3?
I would say that's in the RFP. They have to, I would
What is
think,
RFP?
put up
For proposal.
proposal for bids.
Okay. Okay, well, it's, you know,
That's a good,
And when it comes back to us, once those proposals are out there and we have to approve it, I mean, that would be the thing that I would really be interested in. If that's still available or not, so.
you know, the general public that I talk to say, oh yeah, they're gonna guarantee this payment of your electrical. There's a lot of
And
skepticism.
I believe we'll see that. That's part of the RFP. They're gonna show us the savings or show us what our costs were.
Yes, so my understanding, Larry, is that the 3 million is based off the Inflation Reduction Act, which is available right now from the government, so they're basing it off of that. Yes, of course, that could go away at any time. So this is based on that and planning for that. And then the $11 million project is paid back by the savings. They're guaranteeing the savings to pay back the money borrowed for that.
Yeah, but
So,
it's not an $11 million project if you get 3 million back, is
no,
it?
it's not. That's why it'll pay for itself, because you take that money off of the 11 million, what you have to borrow is then paid for by your energy savings from the neighbors,
Yeah.
the
I get
government
it.
center, judicial center. So
Yeah,
we
but-
take what we're paying now for energy, and then what we will be paying, that difference right there goes toward the payment of the,
Right.
of the money.
But the proposal is being put forward that there's a $3 million government,
That's based on the Inflation Reduction Act.
correct?
Mhm.
It's- I don't know. I don't care. I mean, I think it's the right thing to do, and,
Mhm.
you know, even if the guy lies to me about using, American-made solar panels, well, I guess you get used to getting lied to by the time you're my age.
well, we can put that in our proposal when we put it out. So
Well, that's
that-
what they put in. They said,
Yep.
you know, the guy says guaranteed, you know,
Mhm.
That's what he did. You know, and if you're voting on something and the guy says, I guarantee this is the way it's gonna be, now, will you support that? And I said, yes, I will.
Mhm.
No, and I still support it, but I don't like being lied to.
Hmm.
So, you know, if we put in there for $11 million, and we're getting 3 million back, so be it.
And
I don't care.
perhaps panels will decrease in cost, and so
Mhm.
maybe it'll be less than 11 million depending next year, you know?
Mhm.
And so the 11 millions to give us a plan, gives us an amount that's been approved for capital, and then if no one comes in under 11, then we're, yeah. So,
I'm gonna hold my tongue.
all right.
You
Any,
don't think it's possible?
so, all right.
Never mind.
There's a lot of questions yet on it.
Yeah, but it's, I
No
mean, it's,
reason why you wouldn't know me.
it's still early, so
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
just need it approved, and if they don't approve it in November, the board, then
Uh,
we're
Then we need about,
regular HVAC system,
then
I
we
guess.
need 3-4 million to do an HVAC system.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
Right.
so,
Then you still got an old system.
yeah, I understand.
yeah,
Yeah,
all right.
this is alien.
All right, any other questions? Otherwise, we can adjourn at 5:22. Awesome. Thank you.